Hello, people of South Africa. Yeah, have you ever heard about this thing of saying when people are saying justify by saying it's not all of us who are incentivized, to chase wealth and riches. It's not all of us who wants to be rich. It's not all of us who want to be like multimillionaires and all of these things. Like those narratives, those sentiments around those lines. I've just thought I think the manner in which that message is being narrated or the manner in which the message is being projected, it is totally uh, unfair. It is not equitable for people to arguably say, grossly say, with audacity that it's not all of us who are aspired to be rich, who are incentivized, to chase wealth and all of these things. Here is the catch. I'm just gonna twist this statement a little bit. We understand the fact that not all people are aspired, are incentivized to chase wealth, to become rich, to accumulate, to amass millions, right? We understand that not everybody, not everyone wants to be a millionaire. Here is the correct word to fix that statement or that error of omission that people omit when they try to reason. And I'm entitled to my opinion. Okay, this is where the catch is. Not all of us are incentivized. Not all of us would like to be rich. Not all of us are chasing money. Not all of us are inspired and endeavor to have money to amass, to accumulate wealth. Here is the statement. Everyone would prefer, just everyone would prefer to have more than enough money. Everyone would prefer to come from abundance rather than from scarcity of resources, if I could put it that way. So, if anyone could be given a choice, could be given an authority and power to derive resources in whatever manner in which she could do so, people, without a benefit of a doubt, people can go the extra mile and chase that bag, right? So I'm correcting this narrative of saying it's not all of us that wants to be millionaires. It's not all of us that are incentivized to chase wealth and all of these things. No. Here is the good statement. Point of correction. Not everyone wants to be a millionaire. Everyone would prefer to have more than enough resources. There's a huge difference between people who are coming from here. There's a huge distinction that distinguishes between between people that comes from abundance and people that comes from limited, scarce, from point of desperation, and other ones that comes from point of abundance, to have more than enough resources. And people who are becoming successful in this world, there is quite a lot of distraction. So people who are really making it in the industry are people who are able to cut through the noise and focus on what pays, because that's what matters the most. All right, let us talk numbers now. So if you want to make about if you want to become a millionaire, let's just make a typical example. You just want to be a millionaire. So what does it take to be a millionaire? What do you miss on every day in order to be able to develop the necessary skills, the prowess, the ability, to amass, to accumulate wealth as you would prefer, not as you would want, not as you are encouraged to, no, as you prefer. Because everybody, if they could be given a choice, they can always choose to have more than enough, whether you call that, whether you label that as being a millionaire or as being a rich person or whatever the case may be. But everybody would prefer to have more than enough. Everyone would prefer to work when they want to, rather than to work when they have to. Everyone would prefer, if the choice has been given, everyone would prefer, right, to have more than enough options to do whatever that they would like to do at any given moment, at any given time. People would prefer to have control, to have more options, to eat what they would like to eat, to stay in locations that they would like to to relocate or visit or to have a vacation in wherever area of their preference. People would prefer to have all those advantages. If given a choice, people would prefer to stay in compounds, in palaces, rather than to stay in shacks, rather than to stay in townships in a very dilapidated, where there is like stampedity of people, where there is like people are compressed and congested in one area. People would prefer to stay in the suburb area if they could have what it takes to. So this thing of saying it's not all of us who are inspired to be millionaires, who are incentivized, to amass wealth and all of these things. No, everyone would prefer to be a millionaire. Everyone would prefer to have more than enough money, more than enough choices, to come from more than enough abundance of resources. Everyone would prefer that. So it's just a matter of preference. Everyone would prefer to have more than one car if it comes to a push, if such opportunity avails itself. So people should stop being ludicrous and delusional by dismantling or discrediting having more than enough money, having more than enough choices, having more than enough options. People should stop discrediting or lambasting or belittling or looking down on wealth, because it is of paramount that each and every individual should go the extra mile, for by extension, chase these things, because it puts them in a better position. People respect you because of money. What is money? Money, it's what you eat. Money, it's your location. It's what you drive. I'm referring to the car. It's the clothes. It's the clothes that you wear. That is money. That is a resemblance of money. It signifies money. Your kids, where they study, whether they are studying in private institutions or in just local township schools or in rural area schools, or whether in private institutions, Model C schools, that's the distinction of money. It resembles, it signifies your pocket. So the way you live, the cycle, the people that you mingle with, the people that you spend time with, the people that you fellowship with, it is as a result or as a consequence of money, right? Now, maybe you're living in South Africa, you're supposed to be living in France, in Paris, or either in Nairobi or in Kenya. But you cannot be able to make that move because money limits you, limits how far you can make a step. So let us do not be delusional about money. Money is very important. It is of paramount, and it is a prerequisite priority for each and every individual that is alive, that is breathing in this planet, to have more than enough money. This is not an argumentative statement. This is not a back and forth situation. No. Without fear of prejudice, I'm going to be very crystal clear in a nutshell, quite frankly, that each and every individual would prefer, would like, if choice has been given, to have more than enough resources. So this thing of lashing, of belittling, of looking down on people who are inspired or who are aspired to endeavor to derive resources, to have more than enough options, to have more than enough money, and say, no, it's not all of us who want to be rich and all of these things. And you've never come across these people going to their 9-to-5 jobs and saying, we are like earning a lot of money and we don't want quite a lot of money. Please try to decrease. Have you ever come across a march? People are in rampage and riot on a march, want a decrease in their salary because they are not incentivized by money. You'll never come across that thing. So people should stop being ludicrous. People should stop being delusional by affirming these things, that it's not all of us who are inspired to have money and all of these things. Your husband earns more than you because you automatically choose to have a guy who is substantially earning higher than you. Even the car that you bought, you could have probably want the one that is a little bit expensive than that one, but your salary limits you. Because you're coming from a scarcity, you're coming from a limited resource. Your salary prohibits you from having more than enough. So, guys, let us be very clear. We all want money. We all want to be millionaires. Straightforward. That's where my story ends. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely one.